everyone, I'm JD from Willow Journals. Welcome back to my channel. I have a journaling video for you today. This is in collaboration with the lovely Olivia from the Brown Satchel. We do a monthly check-in with each other and it is so fun. For her last video, she made the most amazing journal. Oh my goodness, check out the cover especially, full of glitter and so creative, so clever. It's just beautiful, stunning. So I definitely want to get as many people to see that amazing journal that she made. So go head on over to her channel, send her some love. I'll leave her channel down below in the description box. So you just click on that link and it will take you over there. And yeah, for today, I am documenting my highlight for August. So basically the main thing that happened in August worth noting in my journal is this trip I took to Cairns for a week with some of my family, and I just printed out some photos of my highlights from that trip. So I won't be including all of them on the page. I'm just going to be a bit selective. I definitely want to include these sunrise photos because that was quite possibly my biggest highlight from the trip. Oh, and I'm just seeing how many pages I can do. I will end up doing 2 pages for this particular journal session because I've got enough room for it. When I put together this journal originally, I intentionally put that birthday card there with the blue butterfly about 3/4 of the way through the journal because my plan was to have this as my yearly journal. And so by the time I got to 3/4 of the way through, I hoped that it would be fitting or timely so that I could journal about my birthday when I got to that page. And I think I managed it pretty well. I do have a few extra pages here to fill in, so that's fine. I've got 2 pages here, 2 spreads that I can use to fill up with this trip. And another highlight from that trip was when I got to pat and feed some kangaroos at the wildlife habitat in Port Douglas. And yeah, that was just so peaceful, so calm. The kangaroos were lovely. They were just so, gentle and soft and friendly, and loved it. Oh, this is an arty shot that I took as we went for a walk along the beach. My shadow, I was just having fun playing with my shadow, wearing my tulle skirt, and that doesn't make it into this particular journal, but any leftover photos I include in my Hobonichi Techo, my daily journal. So I'm just laying out these photos, trying to arrange them on these pages so they fit. Going to trim this one down a little bit, get rid of that black space down the bottom. On the left hand side there's 2 pictures of the view from the house that we stayed at. And yeah, just a gorgeous blue colour of the water and just stunning holiday where we could relax and, for me, just reflect. I always take holidays as an opportunity to reflect and live intentionally. So with that my intentional life course, I mentioned how everything I do, I want to be intentional about it. So everything that I take in, I want to think about it, reflect, and then see how I can live a meaningful, intentional life day by day, moment by moment. And so some of the things that I took out from this trip was, I'd have a bit of a routine change. You know me, I'm a night owl, and I would go to bed, 12:30, 1:30, sometimes later. And at the moment, because on that trip I went to bed at 10:30 pretty much every single night, sometimes earlier, and got up at 8:30 in the morning each morning, where I used to get up at like 10:30, sometimes later. But I've taken that into my normal life, and I try to get to bed by 10:30, and I try to get up around I'm still a sleep-in person, so between 8:30 and 9:30 I try to get up, so it ends up being more towards the 9:30 time slot. But yeah, that's been fun, and I've ended up starting my day reading a devotion and also reading a book afterwards. So that's something I've taken in from my holiday into my normal life. I love reading so much, and wow, it's so relaxing and good for my well-being. and just helps me to ease into the day. So I've been really enjoying waking up, reading a devotion, and then reading a book. And that just sets me up for the rest of the day. And then I end my day journaling in my prayer journal and reading the Bible. And at the moment, I'm reading the books from the shortest to the longest, because I'm really enjoying reading the books all in one go, in one sitting. You kind of get the more of a flow, you get more of a feel for what the whole book is about when you can read it in one sitting. And so I've been really enjoying that, especially reading some of those Old Testament books that are a bit more obscure, like Obadiah and Nahum. I don't know how to even say these names. Haggai and all these kinds of things. Yeah, it's been really wonderful. I just finished reading Jonah last night. It made me laugh. Like, I've read it before, but Jonah's such a funny character, and I can see a lot of myself in him. He's just a real human, and I feel I can connect with him in my humanness with him. And yeah, I just was reading through that and was laughing at him in a friendly, affectionate way, in a way that I recognize myself in that. So that's been really a good practice for me. Rather than ending my nights, what I would usually do is spend 2 hours just on social media, or scrolling through my phone on my iPad, and that wasn't the greatest way for me to be filled. And often it left me anxious or not feeling great. So starting the day with a devotion and reading starts my day well, and then ending my day with journaling and the Bible, it just helps to calm me down, I guess. So yeah. What am I doing here? So I'm going to be gluing on the ocean, the blue ocean, on the craft paper because it stands out more, whereas the orange colours of the sunrise I'm putting onto the paper with the blue background, and that kind of makes the photos pop out a bit more there. I don't do a lot of journaling this particular page spread or this journaling session because it's mainly the photos that are speaking for themselves and reminding me of this trip. I'm just using some washi tape and some labels as well to decorate the page because I took those away with me on the trip, so that reminds me of that as well. The journaling that I do is just writing about the trip and my highlights from the trip. I just do a star point list of those, and then on the labels I write August on one, and then on the other I write about the books that I finished. So I finished 2 books in August. What were they? What the Dog Saw by Malcolm Gladwell and The Art of Belonging by Hugh Mackay. And definitely excited to share with you what I got out of those books later on my channel, where I kind of start a booktube series. Very inspired by Martina, actually, with that. Seeing her booktube channel has kind of opened up my mind in terms of possibilities that I can share about books and share about my other love, because I feel like sometimes having a crafty channel can box you in, and it makes you feel like, well, for me anyway, that it's all I do. Whereas that all of us, that's what social media does. It can make you think, oh, that's all they do. And it makes you forget that people are more well-rounded than that, more rounded individuals, and they have more passions than just what you see with their photos or the videos that they put up or the things that they talk about. And one of my biggest passions in life is reading. Before I ever journaled, I was a reader, and I want to share about the things I love more, and not just creativity. It's like, just that's one side of me. It's a big part of my life, yes, but I would love to share more about my faith and my love of psychology, my mental health journey, and advocating for that, and talking about the books that I'm reading, and just the thoughts that I have on life in general. I'm a big thinker, and I would love to kind of share more of that rather than just journaling and creativity, which I will always do because I love that, but there's more things to me than that, and more things that I love. And so seeing Martina's channel from Teal and Tattered, just seeing her branch out, it's like, oh, that's awesome. that we can share about these other things. And I don't have the capacity, I don't think, at this time to start a whole new channel, but I'm looking forward to starting some booktube kind of videos on this channel. And I know not all of you, probably most of you, won't be interested in that, but hey, I just want to share this joy of books, you know, the same as where I share my joy of journaling. I just want to share my joy of reading. And I do have my faith journal channel, and I did post a video up there with some thoughts if you want to check that latest video out. And I thought, yeah, every now and then I might just share on that channel whenever I get some thoughts that I want to share about what God is teaching me and speaking to me about, and hope that is encouraging there, without the pressure of feeling like I need to journal about stuff, because I feel like that's what I was doing. That's what I mean by I felt boxed in, that I always had to journal on my channel, and every video had to be something to do with journaling. Whereas on my faith channel, I don't necessarily want to have to journal all the time when I share a video there. I just want to share my journey with God and what He's teaching me, and take that pressure off of having to do a journal page spread. And that is why I did stop my faith channel for a while, because I wasn't finding the joy in doing those page spreads in my faith journal anymore, because I felt like I was just doing them for the sake of putting up a video, whereas what I really wanted to talk about was just what God was doing in my life and how He was speaking to me, without having to decorate a whole page for no reason, if that makes sense. Like, I'm already journaling my journey with God in my writing journal, and I felt like it was a bit redundant to feel like I had to decorate a page and share a process video and all that kind of stuff. So now that I've clarified that for myself, that's freed me up. Anyway, so just writing down here, my highlights from that trip. I've already shared a flip through of my Cairns journal. I shared a little sneak peek on this video, but if you want to see some footage of the holiday and a flip through of that scrapbook travel journal, then feel free to check that out on this channel. I put it up as a previous video. Some other books I'm currently reading. I've got a huge currently reading list. A Man Called Ove, The History of Bees, Emotions, The Atlas of the Heart by Brené Brown, The Body by Bill Bryson, A Secure Base by John Bowlby, The Coddling of the American Mind. Yeah, the list goes on. But I'm super excited to start talking about these journals and these books, and so enjoying reading more at the moment. So that's what's happening in my life in August, and what I've taken back with me from this trip. And I guess starting this new journey of reading, talking about that on my channel, and just sharing faith thoughts whenever they come to me. Reading more, journaling more, and it's been really wonderful. And I hope that you have enjoyed this journaling video. Go and check out Olivia's channel and her amazing video in that journal that she created. And I hope that September is a wonderful month for all of us, filled with lots of creativity, journaling, and perhaps reading for you as well. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. A big thank you to my beautiful patrons who supported me in August and allowed me to do this full time for another month. If you would like to support my channel and what I do, you can do so over on my Patreon. The link will be in the description box below. And that's where you get access to more videos, printables. At the Ruby tier, you get every single digital kit from my Etsy, plus a new digital kit every month. There are also some mail tiers where you get some goodies sent out to you in the mail.